Just a girl and her horse in the fading light, riding toward the colors painted overnight. Storm in the distance, lightning in the blue, but the sunset wrapped me up in every shade of truth. Oh, it felt like freedom. Just a girl and her horse. Carried me steady through the rugged ground. Every step was taking me closer to that sunset view. The sky was burning copper, rose and gold, a masterpiece unfolding like a story never told. I leaned into the moment, let the worries fall away, 'cause beauty like that don't come every day. Seen God's glory shine like that before. Just a girl and her horse in the fading light, riding toward the colors painted overnight.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all okay, and as the title says, we are long reining Dixie a little bit further today. We're going to try and actually reach the bend instead of just the little bit of road going into Gatry Lane. But Dixie was good. We had a few blips, I'm not gonna lie, we had a fair few blips, but all in all she was incredibly well behaved for part of it. She did lose a little bit of her confidence. I didn't end this vlog, so this vlog kind of ends when we get back to the yard untacking, but I give her a groom as normal. Hazel's phoning me. Hazel's a pain in the ass. She does not want to go to bed and she does not want to give up her phone. But yeah, give Hazel, continuing on to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my child. I give her a groom first. Obviously I pick out all her feet because she does have very pretty feet. I can't wait for my farrier. I really can't, because my farrier is due tomorrow, which is great. So getting her out on the roads was a real big thing. She was good. Can't really fault her. I haven't changed anything on her tack other than the fact that she had to have a bigger girth because she's fat, and she definitely needs a diet. Well, no, she needs to be worked properly instead of every other day. I think we need to up her workload a little bit. But on the sense of that, I'm very happy with her. I am happy with how it kind of happened. Although my make that I had on for this walk, because I had it clipped to Dixie's mane to hear her snorting and calling and everything, did not go to plan as I had hoped it would go to plan. So there is no sound on the next bit at all. Well, out on the roads with her, there is no sound. So whilst I finish grooming her, enjoy these little bits of music that I do actually listen to when I'm grooming horses and tacking them up, because I don't know why, it just seems to settle me. I was going to leave you on a bit of music just then, but I thought I'd better speak about why I put Dixie in a face mask when we're out walking. Now she gets very sensitive to flies, and obviously this is where I decided I need a bigger girth, and she was getting very impatient and very moody with me, hence the reason it was just really long. Tacking her up normally doesn't take 20 odd minutes, but it did take 20 minutes to tack her up. One, she was fidget arsing, and two, her girth was too small. She's round now.
Some days I wake up tired before the day begins, carrying the weight of everything I've broken open, I've learned how deep I feel, but I'm still standing here, and that tells me something real. I don't need the road to be easy, I don't need it clear tonight. always roar. Sometimes it whispers, just don't stop now, not before. I've walked through doubt, I've stayed when it hurt. I didn't disappear, I stayed and did the work. I don't need to outrun my fear, I don't need to prove my name. I just take the moment as it comes and I rise again. I keep going, even when the night feels long. I keep going, when I'm not sure where I belong. I don't have to have it figured out, I don't have to feel strong. I'm still moving, still becoming. I keep come too far to fade away, too much heart to let it break. Every step I choose to stay. I keep going, through the doubts, through the storms. I keep going, I was made for so much more. I don't have to win today, I just have to carry on. I'm still here, still becoming. I keep still becoming, still here. I keep I am my mother's still spine child. Not loud for attention, not wild for show. I was raised where women don't fall when the storm rolls in. I watched her stand when the ground shifted. I watched her speak when silence would have been easier. I learned early that softness can live inside strength. That grace and hold a backbone. I walk with the strength she left in my bones. It settles in my shoulders when I square up. It steadies my hands when pressure starts knocking. I don't scare easy, I don't bend quick. That's inheritance. I carry the fire that never went out. It burns steady. It doesn't flicker for approval. I don't ask the world for mercy. I don't apologize for surviving it. If you feel presence when I walk in the room, that isn't anger, that's legacy. She didn't raise me to whisper my worth. She didn't teach me to shrink to keep the peace. She showed me how to hold my ground without pushing anybody else off theirs. There's a difference between kind and weak, I know it. There's a difference between loud and powerful, I know that too. I don't chase crowns, I don't beg for seats at tables that wobble. If respect isn't in the room, I'll build a new one from scratch, brick by brick, calm face, steady pulse. I carry the fire that never went out, it burns steady. It doesn't flicker for approval. I don't ask the world for mercy. I don't apologize for surviving it. If you feel presence when I walk in the room, that isn't anger, that's legacy. I remember her hands not delicate, not decorated, just steady. I remember the look in her eyes when life tried to test her patience. She didn't panic, she didn't plead. She adjusted and kept moving. There were nights she was tired, but she never let me see her quit. She didn't preach strength, she lived it where I could see it. That's why I don't fold now. That's why I don't flinch. That's why the fire still burns steady. I was raised by a woman who didn't fold under pressure. pressure. Who could pray in the morning and handle whatever came after? She didn't need applause to know who she was, so I don't need her. I move like I've got history backing me up, because I do. I don't perform toughness, I live it. And I don't need permission to stand tall in boots that fit. I carry the fire that never went out. It's not rage, it's roots. It's not noise, it's truth. I don't ask the world for mercy. I don't apologize, not for my voice, not for my spine, not for the bloodline that made me this way. I am my mother's steel spine child. And if that unsettles your comfort, that isn't mine to fix.
Okay, so you've had 2 songs. I'm just going to talk for a little bit, and I might add another one of my favourite songs on that is on my phone that I do listen to when I'm out walking with Dixie or on the yard. So this is where Dixie completely lost her confidence. After that spook, she completely shut down. She wouldn't walk forwards without a dad beside her, and I had to keep asking her to go forwards, because every time dad stopped or tried to back away, she would do this in a second. She would just stop dead and wouldn't move forwards, and you could feel her taking the bit and not really wanting to move forwards, and that's where we kind of lost all our confidence. It doesn't help when she's like this, because once she's lost her confidence, it is incredibly hard to get it back. So that little walk she did there without dad beside her was quite good, but then I could start to feel how she was kind of avoiding moving forwards, and she wasn't, hence the reason I kept on and on and on at her. Normally I wouldn't, I'd just leave her alone, but this was an occasion where you had to keep on at her, you had to keep her moving, keep her going, otherwise we could have had another blip where she turned around. And we did have cars coming no matter what time we hit this road, if it's early in the morning, late in the evening, in the middle of the day, we hit traffic no matter what. It is one of the busiest roads closest to us, which in hindsight is good for Dixie, but then it's also bad for Dixie. So once again, it's our corner that we struggled with last time, and yeah, dad had to then come in, walk alongside. I was very grateful to have dad with me today, mainly because I needed that help with Dixie rather than shouting at her and keeping on at her. It was nice when Dixie did refuse to walk forwards and you could just see her ears starting to pin back, that dad came up and he walked alongside her, and that gave her the confidence to continue this hack. Now I am staying with vet's advice and we're taking her bit by bit, obviously, because I'm playing a little bit of music. It's not loud, but it's enough for me to try and concentrate and keep on my idea of what I'm doing. It's a case of the fact that I need something to keep my brain still when she's being like what she is. It's one of those things. Dixie and I seem to wind each other up the wrong way sometime, and it's not helpful for her, it's not helpful for me. So for that, it was quite good to just have dad with us. We did have a car behind us, obviously. Hazel? Dixie stopped to say hello to Jilly, so I did have to push her backside, then realised the car wanted to come into that space that we were stood on, so it was a case of we had to get her moving and keep her moving until we figured out what the cars behind us were doing. Jilly was stood at her gate. She did come back when we turned around up at the top, because that was the goal for today, was to get Dixie out to the top of this road just on the bend. She did say hello to one of Jilly's ponies that were in. She didn't obviously touch them or anything, she just said hello. They were on the other side and she was here by the gate. So one of Jilly's ponies is in that stable block. It's a lovely little grey. I actually quite like it. If I could get another one, I would have a grey this time. But as explained, she did spook a little bit. I don't know why she spooked. I don't know what scared her at all. She just spooked. It was a case of once she had spooked again, she had lost her brain. She had lost what we were doing. and she just wanted to stand still. So that was a good thing, also not helpful thing. So Dad came back and kind of got her walking forwards. Now here we had a dog barking, which we expected her to jump at. We expected her to do stupid amount because she is not the best around dogs. My dog, she's okay with at very, very small doses, but the dog we had coming up was a very yappy dog, very little dog, so kind of like a small dog syndrome, I think. But it was a very sweet dog. The lovely lady there came out and so Dixie could see her. Then Dixie spotted the lovely, lovely Palomino up here on the corner. This was Dixie's time. My phone obviously went off. This was Dixie's time that she was allowed out. Hopefully our goal is to get her further and further up this road, but I'm very glad we got this far, at least today. She did have her eyes set. She wanted to go and make friends, and Dad was like, no, we're not making friends today. So we turned her around. We said thank you to these lovely people who obviously turned their car engine off. They waited for us to go past. Dixie did get a little bit scared when the engine went off, but that's absolutely fine. He then stopped and tried to let me take her again to get her brain back. As you can see here, she walked on a little bit better, going home. But then Jilly was out, and this lovely lady was stood talking to Dad for a little bit. She was like, there's my friend Jilly. So Jilly obviously came out. She came out to see us. She's seen us every time we've brought Dixie out. She brought Dixie a very nice sweet treat, which was very lovely, and Dixie absolutely loved it. She was loving it. Jilly and I were talking about what was actually happening with Dixie and what we were doing to get Dixie better and stronger, and she had some really helpful advice to help me with her. Obviously, Jilly said, why do I have the face mask on her when I'm taking her out? Obviously explained Dixie has had fly eye. She has had an infection in that eye, but this time, next time we take her out, hopefully after her vet's been, we will be taking the mask off and seeing how she goes with without the mask. I've got some roll-on fly repellent that I'm going to put around her eyes to see if that helps. Obviously Dixie has got hock arthritis, so we were talking about that, and Jilly obviously once again said once she is up fully, take her down to the beach. Salt water doesn't fully help with arthritis, but it will help strengthen out her legs. So that's something I am planning on doing. Jilly was helping getting the fly off of Dixie's chest whilst Dad was talking to the lady behind us. For some reason he said, oh, she's 16 years old. And I was like, no, she's not, she's 12. And then he came up and again, and so we said goodbye to Jilly. Jilly walked down a tiny bit with us, and obviously I was explaining to Jilly, she's not fit, I'm not fit, I'm trying to get fit, I'm over her weight limit. And Jilly was very lovely. She said, you're doing a really good job getting yourself fit and not just jumping straight onto the horse, which is, I thought, I'm doing my absolute best. We did meet an awful lot of cars coming home. That was the main thing. The truck had a load of cars behind it, and we had a car behind us, so we tried moving on to go up the hill out of everybody's way. Or obviously sometimes Dixie's like, hang on, this is the way home, we're going home, mum, not going this way. But she did do very well. I can't fault her. On the way back though, we did have a bus come up behind us. Now Dixie can cope with vehicles. With buses, for some reason, she cannot cope at all. I don't know why it is about a bus she can't cope with. She's never actually really seen one, but she can't cope with buses. So letting all this traffic go down was quite nice because I got my breath back. And she stood absolutely perfectly. You can see she is obviously rubbing on Dad a little bit, but that was absolutely fine. That we didn't moan about. So turning around, coming home, Dad did stay up ahead of her, did stay up in front of with her, just to get her moving along and seeing how she went on. Obviously, Dad has hurt his leg, so we're not doing this at the moment, but we are long reining her in the field, trying to rebuild her confidence.
I've been learning how to breathe again between the cracks of yesterday, trying not to rush the moments that still hurt in quiet ways. Everyone says be stronger now, but they don't hear my mind. So Some wounds don't fade with will alone, they heal with time. I thought I'd be okay by now, that I'd wake up feeling whole. But healing isn't linear, it moves slower than my hope. Some days I'm standing tall again, some days I fall behind. I'm learning not to hate myself for taking time. Healing takes time, it's not a race to be won, it's learning how to stay when you wanna run. Healing takes time, every tear has its place. I'm not broken, I'm becoming at my own pace. I've been gentle with the parts of me that still don't understand why love can leave such heavy marks on such a fragile heart. But every scar reminds me now I survived the fight. I'm still here, still breathing through the longest nights. Some pain doesn't need a reason, some answers never come. But peace can grow in open hands when you stop forcing love. I don't need to rush the light, it will find me when it's time. Even the darkest rooms remember how to shine. Healing takes time, and that doesn't mean I'm weak. It means I chose to feel the hurt instead of falling asleep. Healing takes time, and I'm learning to stay. I'm allowed to move forward slowly this way. So if today all I can do is get out of bed and try, that's enough to call it progress, that's enough to stay alive. I won't rush who I'm becoming, I won't shame this climb. I'm healing, and healing takes time. Healing takes time, and so do I.
So I did turn Dixie to face the bus. If you have seen, if my mic was working, you would have heard that Dad had shouted, "We have a bus behind us," because Dixie just started picking up speed, and she wasn't trotting or anything like that. She was just really starting to stride out. But I was trying to keep up with her at the back without dropping my reins and without losing my kind of contact on her. Sorry, had a hiccup then. But to say the least, I was very, very happy with her. She worked incredibly well. Other than the few blips that we had, it was kind of a thing of where we had to figure it out. And walking behind the car is something that she's not used to at all. Normally we're not parked this far back, but Dad obviously has a new car because his car went wrong. It's it's kind of one of those things where I have to take Dixie day by day, but at the same time I was very proud of her. She did walk lovely coming home. She didn't really spook coming home. I don't know what it is going out that makes her spook, because Tricker and Apollo don't call when Dixie's away. It's only when I take Tricker away from Dixie does Dixie call and go absolutely psycho. Dad obviously hurt his leg, so he is currently out of commission, so I am trying to do things on my own with Dixie, but I'm long reining in the field. That way if something does go wrong, she's in the field, she can run around the field, and I'll just pick her up when she slowly stops, is the idea. Dixie being Dixie doesn't always work. But I'm happy with her, and to end this vlog, guys, obviously I do untack her, I do give her a drink. She wasn't sweaty at all, she was just breathing heavily because the way she walked home. So I'm going to leave you guys here. I'm very happy with my pony. I just want her to get a little bit stronger and a little push a little bit more, but we are obviously on the vet's advice. I have the vet coming on the 5th of August, so he's going to be checking, obviously doing their teeth, he's checking their feet, he's checking Dixie, he's checking Apollo and Tricker. Basically all my horses are being checked over on the 5th of August, but for Dixie, I'm so happy. She did work hard. I just wish I had the more confidence in her sometimes, and she has a lot more confidence in herself because she is an absolutely amazing mare. So I will see you all in the next vlog. I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. I'm so sorry my mic didn't work, so you didn't get to hear Dixie's little whinnies when she spooked at things and me telling her to grow up and Dad trying to calm us both down. But for this, I'm very happy that Dixie was good, and we have a few things to work on and learn with, and it's all a work in progress. Nothing with Dixie is ever simple. My God, I'd be so happy if it was, but it's not. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and enjoy this little clip of Dixie being untacked. Bye guys.